And also, bro, this is another day for our lesson on on the forex market, understanding the principle of forex. We have understood. We now know how the forex market works. You understand how it works? Basically, the exchange of currencies from one currency of a nation to another, and then we begin to make profit. I love the fact that you have gone so far on the basics of the forex market. So, what we want to dive into now is the thing that actually drives the chart, because you say that you know how to stop, you know about the take profit, stop loss, lot sizes, and all of those things. But the problem is how to make decisions in the market, how to know when to buy or to sell. You know what the market is saying. When you look at the chart, what the market is saying, what the market telling you, what are you to do at every point in time. When you look at the chart, what are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to do if I'm supposed to buy or sell to make profits, to make a profitable trader that knows what he's doing in the market? That is what you're acting. So I'll be explaining today I'll be explaining today. So you just pay close attention to what we are saying today. It's very simple, and bet me, it's going to be a super shift for you mentally, because you understand how this universe works, and just how how it relates to the forest market. It's very simple. First of all, we're going to look at what they call um we're going to look at the topic called price action. Price action. What is price action? Price action is simply the movement of charts reflect with based on the reflection of the minds of the traders in the market. The movement of price based on the reflection of the mindsets of traders in the market. This is my definition of price action. So you can refine that thing again in your mind and see how what it makes to you. Price action is simply the movement of price, right, in the market based on the reflections of the mindset of what of the traders in the market drivers, people who drive the market. So price tends to react to the minds of traders in the market. Do you understand? So then after this, under this price action, our subheading for this price action, we're going to look at what they call the candlestick anatomy. The candlestick anatomy. Just pay close attention, because I'm sure like maybe probably you have come across this thing, but we are going to use this to derive meaning from price action. Whereas the fact where you look at the chart and you know what to do when you look at the chart, we're going to use it to determine that, to know how and when and how when to enter the trade and what to do in the trade in the market. We're going to use this now to determine that. So that's why you have to pay attention closely. So this is the candlestick anatomy. Now there are there are 3 degrees. You know that we have, first of all, in the market, we have two types of candlesticks. We have the bullish candlesticks and we have the bearish candlesticks. You should know that by now. So my bullish candlestick, I'll use white to determine it. Then bearish, I'll use red. No, bearish is usually red, and then the bullish is green according to your chart. Every time your chart always in the market. But now, because we don't have red and black or red and green marker, we're going to use just. Hope you can see. Hope you can. You might not mind that you're not seeing me. I'm going sideways so that you can always look out at my. Forget about my face. At least I hear my voice. Well, without that, I will show my face though. So we have two types of candles. We have the green and the red candlesticks. Now, because of the we don't have red and green candlestick, we're going to use our marker, black and white. So the bullish candlestick we use white to represent it. While the bearish candlestick we use black. We are going to shade it to represent to represent it. Now, there are three major descendants or magnitudes of each of these candlesticks. Three major what magnitudes of each of them. So I will draw them. So I'll start with the bullish. The bullish is goes like this. I'm drawing the magnitudes, the three major magnitudes of what of each of these candlesticks, which is the bullish and the bearish candlesticks. So my shading will represent a bearish candlestick. I'm not too shady because of my marker, so I won't waste it. What we can see is these are the three major magnitudes of what? Of a candlestick, of a bullish and a bearish candlestick. These are the three major magnitudes. So for this one here, this is, if you look at the first bullish candlestick, we can call it a high magnitude bullish candlestick, or you call it a high momentum bullish candlestick. A high momentum bullish candlestick. This one is a low momentum. I'll use abbreviations to save time and matter. This one is high momentum bullish candlestick, right? This one is high momentum bullish candlestick. HMBC, right? Where HMBC means high momentum bullish candlestick, while the other one is called low momentum bullish candlestick. That is LMBC, right? That is for this one. I'm labeling this one now for it. Hope you know what I'm doing now. Arrow is pointing that LMBC is the second one. While the middle one is called a neutral candlestick. Neutral candlestick, or let me abbreviate. A N neutral. N neutral candlestick, which is NC. Why this one is going to be another low high momentum bullish bearish candlestick, high momentum bearish, right? This bearish candlestick here, let me just allow me to put E, so that E you will differentiate it from these other ones, right? Okay, for this one I'm going to use small letter. For the bearish candlestick I'm going to use small letter so that you can differentiate it. So for this one now, it's going to be a high momentum bearish, small letters B, candlestick. Then low momentum bearish, B, small letter B, candlestick. And a neutral or NC, neutral candlestick. Just take your time and go through them. The first candlestick in the sequence is a BC. Okay, sorry. Hope you can see it clearly now. HMBC. The first one is HMBC, which is the high momentum bullish candlestick. The second one on the board is a low momentum bullish candlestick, which is the second one. And then the middle one there is called a neutral candlestick. And then the other one there, the bearish side, is now HMBC. See that B is smaller than B. That B means bearish. It means that it is going down. HMBC now means low momentum bearish candlestick. The other one, the LM smaller than BC, is called low momentum bearish candlestick. And then the neutral candlestick, which is a NC. And then another name for this neutral candlestick is called a doji. Another name for this neutral candlestick is called a doji. It looks like a cross, a plus. Let me say plus, like this, something like this. It's called a doji. It shows indecision in the market. Even this one too. So doji, either you call it a neutral candlestick or call it a doji, right? Hope you have seen this now. Very good. Just you can write down in your book, because I'll be cleaning the board, and then we are going to dive into the explanation. Now, we have defined price action. The price action is the movement of the market reflecting the mindset of the traders in the market. So it means that whatever the traders are doing, the candlestick is already reporting it. If buyers are more in the market, the candlestick will be reporting that the candlestick. If buyers are more and so much in the are very big, very much in the market, the candlestick you find there is going to be a bullish candlestick. You'll be seeing fat candlestick forming. If sellers are in the market, you see fat candlestick of sellers appearing in the market. Now I want to draw a chart on the board. I want to draw a chart for you now representing this things we have just drawn on the board. Now let's look at something like look at this thing on the board. Uh, I'm going to use the line chart, not the candlestick chart, not the candlestick. I'm going to use the line chart, but I hope you understand what I'm doing. Imagine from a time we saw there was an increment of price. I hope you're following. Imagine in a certain time here there was a push. There was a push. The market, the traders. When you see something like this, what happens, sef? When you see a line, like when you see something like this, what does it signify? Or let me draw it to the other side to be sure that you can see it. When you see, what does it mean? When you see something like this on the chart, when you see this pattern on the chart, what does it mean? It means that the what buyers are active in the market, and at this time, buyers came in here and took the price up to this level here, up to this level here, right? They came and took this price up to this level, and sellers came in and took it down a little, and then from this point, buyers setting again, buyers came in again, and what took the market up again, and then the price went from this low point here down up to this point here, and then sellers came in and took it up down, and then buyers continued and took it up. So it means that the overall trend here is what they call an up trend. Why? Because it's going up. Even though that in the process of it going up, there are times when it went down a little, but in overall direction it was up. It was going up. It went up from to this point and then down. Yes, we know it went down a little and then it continued up. Having passed the first level high where it stopped before, and then it went down a little again and then up. So if I had it was just going up, if you see the trend line, if you can see the inclination of this my line here, showing that it was just going up, buyers are active in the market. Then if you saw it like this, if you saw it like this now, or let me draw it here. The same thing happened. Sellers came and took it down, buyers took it up a little, sellers took it down, buyers took it up a little, sellers took it down. So this indicates the presence of what sellers in the market. Why this one represents that first one represents the presence of what buyers in the market. Hope you understood that. Good. So what we want to look at now is how does this candlesticks apply? How do you use this kind of candlesticks and pictures you have seen now to trade? How do you use them to trade? I want to tell you, it's very simple. So here, just look very closely. Just imagine that at some point in time, right? At some point in time, you saw. Okay, first of all, let's before we continue. Let's draw out something first. Let's know something first. Very simple things first. We'll define certain things before we go into these things. We are learning the learning process. We don't rush it. We are going to identify some keywords that you need to know as a trader. Do you understand? That will help brighten your horizon in the market, how you view the market, and how you make decisions, right? That will make you learn it in terms of the market, so that when you look at the market, you know exactly what to do and what the market is telling you. So I want to list those things out for you. We're going to explain them first, and then we go into the applications of them. So the first one on the list is Support. Maybe there's not no people. Support. I hope you can see it very well. Second one, resistance. Mm. Okay, the five of them here, we have five of the five keywords that you need to know first. The first of all, the first one we have, oh, you just write it down, write it down. We have support, we have resistance, we have trend line, we have retracement, and we have impulsive move. Well, I'm going to explain this because this thing, without these things, you cannot understand what I want to teach you in the next section of our learning. So you have to understand this thing first. This thing has to be in your mind. So even if you are proceeding, you know what we are all saying. Support. What is support? Support. As I'm writing, as I'm saying, you can be writing it down because I might not be writing it on the board, so we can save time and marker. You understand? Support is the point in the market where the price fails to go any lower. I will draw the chart and explain to you. Support is the point in the market where the price fails to go any lower. So, example, imagine that's the kind of that's my treat for you initially. The trend line, the movement of the buyers in the market. Support. Now imagine the price. My price was moving like this and then bounced off, right? And then came up here and then up to this level. What does it mean? You can identify the support. The support there is here and here. We have to support here. Why? Remember what the definition of the support means. Support simply means support in forex trading simply means the point in the market where the price fails to go any lower. Price came from this level here. Let's say this level here was $50. Then it dropped to it dropped to what? It dropped to say $25. It dropped to $20. It dropped to $10. It dropped to $5. At this point, at $5, this point here, it couldn't break to $3 or $2 lower than $5. Instead, it stopped at $5 and then started moving up, bouncing up from that $5, and then increased to $10, increased to $20, increased to $25, increased to $30, increased to about to $50 again here, right? And went down again to repeat that same move again, down to $5 again. You understand? And then move up more than maybe at $100 here. Hope you understood that. So it means that the price was falling. At $5, it failed to go any lower than five. It bounced up from that five and then moved up to this point here. And then still continued again to test that $5 again. After it tested it again, it bounced off again and then went to $100. So the support here is these two zones here, these two levels. Because price failed to go any lower than that five. But assuming it went something like this, up, boom, and then boom. What does that mean? It means that here is the support, right? Here is the support. But the price broke the previous support here. Unlike here. Here it tested that previous support. And then see repeated the same support here. Wait, tested the support it tested before and then bounced up. But here, price came down to a support level, broke up and tested the previous high then broke the previous support. He didn't see that he broke it and came down lower than where it stopped before. And then here he failed to go any lower at this point here. And then pushed up. Now the support are here and here. So support simply means the point at the market where the price failed to go any lower. So anywhere you saw a reversal to the upside, so you say price was going down, 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 and stop and started going up. That place is can be marked as a support. So we use the word support because it's like as if you're supporting the price to push up. Just now when somebody is trying to push you, someone is trying to provide support to you to move up. So it's as if he's trying to provide what support to this guy here, to this price. You see, he's trying to support it, he's trying to push it up, support it to move up. So here is the point of support. So the price was falling, and then this man held it here, and then supported it to push up. So this point here at the market, where the price failed to go any lower because of a push to the upside, is what they call a support. So you can label it what a support. So this kind of levels is what they call support. So I'm going to draw more supports for you. I'm going to draw more lines, charts for you. Then you on your own there, identify supports there for me. I will do this quickly. Just be sure that you are able to identify supports. So, so can you identify supports for me? The supports here for me. I will give you 10 seconds to do that. Use your eyes to identify supports here. How many supports do we have here? Remember the definition of support. Support is the place, the point at the market where the point in the market where the price fail to go any lower. So I will now 10 okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I hope you did that. Now there are three supports here if you can look very well. There are three supports here. The first support here is this one, second one is this, the third one is this. Why? Because the price fell down to all this level and then failed to go any lower and then bounced up here and then went down again at this point and failed to go any lower and then bounced off here and then here and failed to go any lower and then bounced off. So all this point where the price was rejecting. When he tested there, he rejected it and then came down again to test here and then rejected here and then came down here to test here and then rejected it. All those points are called support. That's the point in the market where the price touched before going up. It's called support. So there are three supports here. So these are supports. So you have known this term as support. So you can in your chart, you can even identify more support in your chart. Look at your chart and look for more support in the chart, and then you can have a better glance of it now. So now the next one we're going to look at is resistance. Just like support, resistance is the point at the market where the price fail to go any higher. Yeah, are you following? The point in the market where the price fail to go any higher, just like the support. Now it will go up and then reject down. So imagine the price was going up and then came down here, up, down, up. Now the key resistance areas here are here and here. Why? The price came down from this point, from this line, from this point, and then it came up to this level, and then it got to this point and then was resisted. That was the word resistance. As if it was holding it from moving any higher. Something was resisting it at that point here. So from this point, it rejected down and then it was going down. And then it came down to the support here. And then moved up again to that same level. And then was rejected again, was resisted again from going any higher. Then it went down. And then came here and this support held it here. And then the price found support here. And then failed to go any lower. Now move up again, and then probably had broken this level, broken this support level here that was holding it before, and then broke it up. So the key resistance, so the price was resisted in two places first. It was resisted here before it came down to support and then broke out of this line and broke out. But before it was resisted, they came here first time to play ball. They flogged him back home. He came down, guys. They resisted him from playing the ball. Came down and then came back to play the same ball again. They chased him out again. He came down again and then was now allowed to play the ball. So here, I hope you understood the analogy. So he first came here and was resisted from going any higher down to this point, and then moved up, and then resisted from going any higher again. Right? He couldn't cross higher, and then came down again, and then from here, and then moved up, right, and broke out that level. So the key resistance areas are here and here, where the price failed to go any higher. Now, if even this point, if the price failed to go, if the price failed to go any higher here again, and then came down, here again will be marked as what, a resistance. So I hope you understood that analogy. Very good. I believe you're. I know you're a very nice, very wonderful learner. That is fast in learning. So I believe all these things are um, very simple, and you're grabbing them very fast. So the next thing you want to look at is trend line. Another analogy you want to look at, or another language you want to hear again that you hear in the market is what they call trend line. Trend lines are simply the line that is connecting the either the resistances or the support areas of a trending market. I will explain. You see that the word imply trend line is the line that is connecting all the support areas. Support areas. I hope you know what support, remember what support is. Now, trend line is connecting all the support or all the resistance of a trending market. Now, first of all, there are three types of market. First of all, there are even four types of market in a forex market or any financial chart. There are three types. There are four types. They have. No, we are going to talk about market structures, but just I want you to understand that there are four types of market structure, right? Now, your price can look in this way. Your if you open your chart, you can look in this manner. You can see this picture or something like this or something like this. Let me draw this last one. This third one very well. Something like this or something messy. This one is called an uptrend market. Uptrend. This is called an uptrend because of you see uptrend means that it is going up, right? This is what they call an uptrend. You see the overall direction up. That's called a downtrend. Downtrend. Because it's all what going down. You can see the line touching all the lows, showing that everything here overall is going what down. Here is up, right? Why this one is called the ranging market? Why? Because everything here is not going up or down. Everything is in an equilibrium position. It is just testing a plane position. My board is already messed up. I hope you can. Let's make use of this place. So this is how. This is how it should be. The trading market now looks like this, right? Everything is either going up or down, but in the plane position. So you can use this line to connect all of them. You can see that it's all testing the same plane. Why that is testing an inclination and an inclination, right? Yeah, it's testing an inclination. That is, it is going up. The lines, the supports are touching all the inclinations. Why are they touching the declinations going down? Why are they touching the plane position, the plane line? Now let me explain a trend line for you and what it's doing. I will clean the body in. Now let's look at an uptrend. Remember an uptrend is the one that is going up, it's ascending up. Uptrend. Downtrend is descending down. While ranging market is moving sideways. Don't worry, we're coming there now. Now let's look at the trend. Let's look at the trend line first, the uptrend, and look at what it does. The trend line, what the trend line does. If you want to consider a trend line, first of all, draw an uptrend. Look at what an uptrend looks like. Right? Uptrend. We're going to look at. We're still going to consider why these things are appearing like this. But I want to explain the word trend line first. How you understand what the trend line first of all means before we are going to look at what makes this thing looks like this in the market. Why markets? Why if you open you find that you see this kind of structure, this kind of pattern. We're going to look why they appear like that. But for now, we're going to talk about the trend line. Trend line is just a tool, a line that is used to connect all the supports. Remember your support areas. So what is support? Support is the area in the market where the price fails to go any lower. So here is one area. The price failed to move any lower here. It failed to move any lower here. It failed to move any lower here. Right? So it came up, down, touched it and failed to move any lower, but move up from this point, then down, move up from that point, down, move up from that point. So these are supports. So now trend lines are used to connect these supports, right? People draw trend lines so that they can know the direction of the market. They can just know that this thing is an uptrend, and then they can also use it to make decisions too. We're going to come into that. We're going to come to that very soon, shortly. So trend line, look at what the trend line does. So you can use the trend line to connect these highs, these lows. Sorry. So you see my line, boom. You see how immediately it touched all the supports. See how I was able to connect all my support with the trend line. So I connected all my support here with what my trend line. So this line I drew is what they call a trend line, because this pattern already is a trend. What kind of trend is that? An uptrend. Now my trend line was used to connect all the supports of that trend. Do you understand? So that's when you use trend line. So if I say draw a trend line, simply means draw a line connecting either the highs. When I mean the highs, I mean the resistances. Or if I mean the lows, I mean the supports. But don't worry. So if I say draw a trend line, you know what I mean now. I mean to draw a line on a trend. Of course, you know what you should touch. You don't need to cross it into to bisect it. You need to connect the supports, right? All the supports or all the resistance. Let me do for the resistance on. So let me clean all the let me take the clean let me clean the trend line. Now, so you can be used to what? To draw to connect all the supports or the lows or the resistances or the highs. Now you can also draw it like this too. You see how the trend line was used to connect all the resistances at the point in the market where the price failed to go any higher. So yeah, I used to connect here, connected here, connected here. Do you understand that? So I used the what to connect all the what highs of a trending market. Now, this is very, very important to note that this one now is wrong. You don't draw this one on the in an uptrend. Let me clean the board. In an uptrend, you don't use in an uptrend. You use it. You only connect because an uptrend is a market where you remember if the market is going up, you want to buy, right? So in an uptrend, you only use the trend line to connect the low. So if you want to know where the market is going up like this, the trend line is always used to connect to what the lows. That's the principle. Or what the lows where it touched the support areas. That's where you use the trend line. You don't need to draw for the highs. It is wrong because in different market you buy. I will explain this, but also that the principle is that the trend line are used to what connect the lows of what an uptrend, or it is used to connect the supports of what an uptrend. Very simple. Then for downtrend, which looks like this. This is for a downtrend. Now this is when it's used to connect the highs or the resistance areas. You see how my trend line was used to connect all the resistances where the price failed to go any what higher. So the market came down here and then tested the trend line here and then pushed down, went down, and then here touched the trend line again, and then moved down again, touched the trend line again, and then moved down. So the trend line is all representing all the resistances, all the resistance of the market, of the chart, of the market. So each time the market come to the trend line, it goes down. Each time it comes to the trend line, it goes down. So what this is how you use the trend line for a downtrend. This is a downtrend, and you use it to connect the highs of a downtrend. Then for the uptrend, you use the trend line to connect the lows or the supports of what an uptrend. You know that. If you have any question, you can always ask me. But I'm sure that you understood this. But if you don't understand it, let me know, please. How I explain better for you. I can break it down again and explain better for you. That is for a trend line. Then what is the retracement? Retracement is very simple. Retracement now let's look at retracement. So for retracement goes like this now. Hope you know that. Sorry. Let's look at an uptrend. Remember that we're not looking at what makes the market go this way, this pattern. We're only looking at the terminologies. We're looking at terminologies. So we're not looking at why the market is going like just the words that are used to explain certain things in the market. So you can have a better view, right? You can have a better what view and understanding. Now, according to the rule of price action, the law of price action states that even though the market is going to go up, it won't go up in a straight manner. It won't go up in a straight what manner. It must first of all have some levels of what they call retracements, right? Retracement. What do I mean? That see, you can see the up, you can see the market direction. If you look very well, find the market is all is in an uptrend because you can draw a line or a trend line, find showing that the arrow is pointing up. So this is an uptrend. So even though the market is going up, you see the market did not go like this, like this. It didn't go like this. But high, what did it do? It was making some up and down movement, up down, which is up down, up down, up down, up. You see that? You see my emphasis? My emphasis on the up. The if you look, the ups are bigger than the down. If you measure this line here, it is greater than this one here. This one is greater than this one here. This one is greater than the one that will be retracing down again. So the retracement is simply the point where the market came down a little. That is this small movement, right? That's the retracement. So the market is going up, yes, we know, but then it will make some retracements. That is, it will move up a little, and then come down a little, and then move up again, come down a little, up again, come down a little, up again. So this point where the market came down a little, all these points are called the retracements, right? So you can mark out the retracements. So the retracement are these zones, these points. Let me circle it. So you can see my retracement. This is what they call. These are the retracements. Remember, we have analyzed this one. We have talked about this one. We have talked about this one. We're talking about this one now. This retracement. So the retracement are simply all these levels here. And mind you that the retracement are usually was smaller than the actual move of the market. So it means that this one here is usually smaller than this one here. See that it's going up, down, up, down. See that the down is usually smaller than the up. And now up, down, up. Now this makes it possible for it to be going up. If not, it will be going down. If this one is small and this one is big, it means that the market will be going down. So you can see this one is small, big, small, big, small, big. See that the market will be going down. But because the market is going up, so now we have up, down, or big, small, big, small. So because of the small, when the small is bigger than the big, when the small is bigger than the up, right? When the small is bigger than the big, then it will be going down. That when the big is bigger than the small, then it will be what? It will be going up. Because I hope you understood that. So that's for what? That's for a retracement. Hope you know what a retracement is. A retracement is simply that point where the market just, even though if it was going up, then it will go down a little, then continue up higher, and then go up a little, continue up, go down a little, continue up higher, go down a little. That point where it's going down a little are called what? Retracement. So you can use your chart, you can identify your retracement. So let me draw it one more time again. Up, down, up, down, up. So retracement are these points here. So if you look at your chart now, you can see even though the market was, you can see the point where the market was going up, but then was still making small retracement, small move. It moved down and then continued up again, and then made a move down again, and then continued up. Those points in the market are called the retracements. Why? The impulsive move are simply the points in the market. So these big ones here, so we call them the retracement. Then the impulsive move will be these bigger ones here. All these bigger ones are called the impulsive what? Moves. While the retracement will be the small one, you see the bigger impulsive move. Impulsive means that it's big, impulsive, down a little again, and now impulsive move. So this one are called the impulsive move. Then moving in the downtrend, that looks like this. In the downtrend, the retracements are here when the market failed to move, when the market moved a little up as it was going down, but then moved a bigger down. So the retracement at this point, right? All these points are called the retracement. I'll use R to label them. Why this bigger push to the downside, all the bigger push, You can experiment this in your book self, you understand it better. I call it what? The impulsive move. So label them with what? I am. I am. I am. Impulsive, right? I am. So this bigger ones are called the impulsive move. While the small retracements are called what? These bigger ones are called the impulsive moves. I am. While the small ones are called the what? The retracements, right? And that impulsive move, I am. The retracements are impulsive move again. I am. So we hope we got all this thing. So that's where we'll stop for today. Not even for today, but for now. Because this is, this is like a school. Like a school. When you finish, you not be so knowledgeable. And this is skill. You are acquiring a skill. This is a skill. A trading skill. A skill that can be turned into a billionaire overnight. It's a skill that once you have it, you've had it. You understand? You can nobody can take it away from you. So and it's a good skill you acquire. I like your passion. It's a good nice skill you acquire. And let me quickly say this and drop this in here. By the grace of God, I've opened a YouTube channel because I know that you're not the only one who have come to learn. Because there are some people who like the first market, who want to profit from the first market, but they don't know how to go about it. So by the grace of God, I was able to come up with a YouTube channel. Right? Do you understand? Now, where I'll be dropping these posts where you can be learning the first market. Now you don't really have to be, I understand how difficult it is to learn on YouTube and other platforms because of these guys are they are just one, they are professionals that are dropping the big languages for you as a beginner to learn. So it will be difficult for you to understand what they're saying. But in that channel, I'll be breaking things down. So now instead of you probably meeting me and telling me to send videos for you, what you just have to do, just go to my YouTube channel and be watching those, go and be reading those, be watching those materials, all those things you need to learn. You can use, you'll be uploading those videos, the videos will be there for you to watch. You go there and learn. You can, at least you know me by person. You can always ask me, you can always meet me and ask me any questions you need to ask me, and I will explain to you. So that's the I'll be dropping the link to the video. Once I'm ready, once I'm done, I'll be dropping you a link. Jonathan, you can click on it and then access any video at all like that will help you, Jonathan, that will help you to be the person that you want to be in the first market, in the first space, Jonathan, and become your own boss, become your own person, right? With the knowledge, because it's your knowledge you're seeking, you're trying to acquire these things, your own. So by the grace of God, I'll be doing that right away once I'm done. Okay. So I'm sure that this is going to be a fruitful lesson for us today. You have understood so many things today, and of course, by the grace of God, it's going to make sense to you, and you would do well on it by the grace of God. So, cheers, bro.